Throughout the month of February, News 4 Tucson will focus on stories celebrating Black History Month.
Yeah, so as the Super Bowl approaches, you might not know that Arizona has a unique history with the big game. News 4 Tucson's Gabrielle Parrish explains.
Arizona became the last state to recognize Martin Luther King Day as a holiday because of the actions of one governor.
Well, I don't know what will happen now. We've got some difficult days ahead.
In 1983, President Ronald Reagan made Martin Luther King Day a federal holiday.
Now our nation has decided to honor Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. by setting aside a day each year to remember him.
But newly elected Arizona Governor Evan Mecham rescinded the holiday as soon as he got into office.
I do not believe the holiday was ever created because of the lack of authority, but this will clear up the question of legality.
We had a governor at the time who was very staunch about us not having anything and who he felt Martin Luther King was and was not. So it really was upsetting.
That's when community activist Clarence Boykins knew he had to take action.
I got to do something, and here's what I'm willing to do. I'll take off for the next 6 months, leave of absence without pay, to campaign for this holiday. That's what it means to me.
Boykins became the campaign coordinator for the southern half of Arizona, joining a team of people called Victory Together. They came from all different backgrounds of life, fighting with one goal in mind.
And we spent time in training and going over. We had on the walls a list of all the things that people had heard on the negative side, and we wrote them down on sheet paper on the wall and put an answer by them. We didn't debate them.
Rather than arguing with elected officials, Victory Together focused on why shouldn't Dr. King be honored for his accomplishments.
Let's talk about what's real. And so debates wind up being not debates. The reason got to be was because he's a black guy. After, through conversation and debate, traveling and meeting with people, we were able to change some of the rhetoric and the dynamics.
In 1987, Arizona had already lost around $30 million as more than 50 conventions pulled their events from the state due to Governor Mecham not honoring MLK Day.
If you continue to push in this manner, and you continue to push people who have willingly said we want equal rights for all people, the time does come when the majority says we're not going to take it anymore.
And the reason why we're doing it is because he deserves it, not because there's not going to be a Super Bowl.
National Football League, which voted last night to strip Phoenix of Super Bowl 27 in 1993. NFL owners meeting in Hawaii voted to move the Super Bowl to Pasadena because Arizona has failed to approve a paid state holiday honoring Martin Luther King.
Losing the Super Bowl cost the state $200 million after Arizona voters got the chance to decide if they wanted to make MLK Day a holiday.
Arizona became the last state in the union to recognize a Martin Luther King Day. Voters deciding they've lost too much money from conventioneers boycotting the state.
Free at last, free at last, we are free at last. So the big plus gets to be is that there's no state, city, county, wherever, in the United States that can say they celebrate Dr. Martin Luther King holiday by the vote of the people. We were the only ones who were successful in getting that done.
This is the fourth time Arizona will host the Super Bowl since the controversy surrounding the big game. Now history is being made once again, as this is the first time two black quarterbacks will square off in the Super Bowl. What I'm holding is a picture with more than 20 signatures that make up the members of the Victory Together Committee, who all fought for the importance of honoring Dr. Martin Luther King here in Arizona. Reporting from the newsroom, Gabrielle Parrish, News 4 Tucson.